Hey Crypto Warriors, welcome back to the Gym into Crypto. I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin.
And we are here with a very special guest, Mr. Ronnie Moas from Standpoint Research. Gotta give him the clap, gotta give him the clap.
Oh yeah,
For those who don't know who Ronnie Moas is, you are missing out on a lot of life and a lot of money right now, honestly. We know they love to talk capital, but Ronnie Moas is the Standpoint Research founder. He's a famous financial analyst who has published over 900 articles about stocks and shares. In 2013, he decided to come on over to the crypto crowd where he bought some Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and he's been doing the same thing he did with the stocks with cryptocurrency since then. We had an honor to hear him speak and meet him at World CryptoCon a few days ago. Now we have him here in Los Angeles live for a very brief interview, so listen up. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Ronnie.
Thank you, King.
For sure.
You're the king, right?
Ah, just kidding.
And this is the queen.
Oh, listen, he definitely has jokes. So big thing, say where you want to start off at?
Well, I first want to ask you, when you discuss things like your 155-point variance that you use and different research and the people that you use for research, what type of work did it put or did you have to do to get into that?
It's a 155 variable computer model. It took me 5 years to develop back in the 1990s. I run a few hundred stock names through there every week. It generates ideas for me. Once I get an idea off the computer model, I apply heavy fundamental and subjective overlays before going out with an actual recommendation. So I don't tell you I like a name because it scored well on my computer model. I'm giving you a 20-30 page report to back it up.
Absolutely.
So, and that's the good thing. We heard a lot of good things about Standpoint Research, but Ronnie just said, in his speech, he doesn't delegate a lot, which is why he can't just pump out coin after coin or shit token after shit token. He does take his time. He looks at the numbers. He looks at the stats. He develops a good game plan. Speaking of which, your biggest one yet that you've been working on, Dig, just launched on the exchange today, correct?
Yeah, no, it didn't. The exchange will go in the next few weeks.
Okay, next few weeks.
But today it was #1 on CoinMarketCap. It jumped 50%. DIG. It only trades on Litecoin right now. In the next few weeks, it will probably get added on other exchanges. But if you wait until then, it's going to cost you a lot more money to get in.
And DIG is a project you've been working on for a while. You looked into, promoted. For those who are World CryptoCon, you saw Vinny and some people try to take some quick shots. And one thing I noticed was how serious you got when they took a shot at you. You're like, hey, this isn't some crap coin. I met the team. I've done the research. I know, I know the ins and outs of this thing. It looks like a solid project.
Yeah, no, I don't promote any coins, but that particular name, I have more than 2,000 of my 3,000 subscribers are in that name, so I'm kind of obligated to speak almost on a daily basis about it, because a lot of my subscribers are new in investing and they do need their hand held on a daily basis.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna throw you a curveball here. I heard you're a big music fan. So which band do you believe is the best to you?
Well, I've been to more than 200 concerts in my life, and I used to be in the music industry, and I have 1,500 CDs in my music collection. I am the music that I probably spent more time listening to than any other music was the hard rock music. Motorhead, I actually visited the grave of the lead singer of Motorhead today at Forest Lawn Cemetery. He's buried right next to Ronnie James Dio. Motorhead, Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, The Cult, Iron Maiden. Right now, I think the best band in the world is Greta Van Fleet.
Van Fleet? Yeah, I know
Greta Van
Fleet.
Fleet. That's Led Zeppelin 1968. I'm going to see them probably at least 5 times on this tour. I hopped on a plane and I went to Wisconsin a few weeks ago to see them, and my jaw dropped a dozen times during the show. But when I was younger, I went through this phase where all I was listening to was the blues. Buddy Guy, B.B. King, Etta James, Coco Taylor, James Cotton. I even brought those people to Israel when I was in the music business. So everything, you can't listen to hard rock and heavy metal without looking at what influenced those people. If you go, Led Zeppelin is the #1 rock band of all time. Half of the songs on their first couple of albums came from the blues, and they ripped off the guys from the 1930s, the 1940s, the 1950s. Now, if I'm speaking with 2 African American people, what I would like to know is white people listen to the African American artist, whether it's Stevie Wonder or Whitney Houston or James Brown. We listen to all that stuff.
I know where you're going with it. I know where he's going. He's real man.
We eat it up. Yeah. But if I go to a Guns N' Roses concert or a Greta Van Fleet concert or Led Zeppelin back in the day, it would be 99.5% white people, and you guys don't know what you missed out on. And I'm trying to understand why you guys don't listen to that music.
You'd be surprised, actually. People actually listen to it.
I don't see them at the show.
They just don't go to concerts. Yeah. They just don't go to concerts because they'll listen to maybe the radio hit or maybe something that they heard going in passing. Just not as deep. May not go to the concerts, but you're right. It's not enough because
it's crazy.
All of it is very good to me.
I mean, if you guys have listened to that, you know what you got to tell your people what they're missing out on. Just like it would be unimaginable for me to say that I've only listened to white artists, and I missed out on everything that you guys did in the last 50 years. It's also mind-boggling to me that I think most African Americans don't have Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, Metallica, Guns N' Roses albums in their music collection, and they certainly don't show up at the concerts.
They certainly don't go to concerts. I will say that. All right, so let me ask you this: market outlook. You talked about it, World CryptoCon. You had your keynote speech was amazing. By the way, I had a chance to sit through it. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. I'm not sure they upload it. And then, of course, we had the whole speech with you and Vinny Lingham. We were on stage sharing a panel. You kind of went back and forth. What do you see happening in the crypto market in 2019?
I think Bitcoin is probably going to retest where it was in January, which is the $20,000 mark. We're at 6,500 right now. So you're looking at Bitcoin probably doubling, tripling, or quadrupling in the next 12 to 18 months.
Okay. And you were so confident that you made a $20,000 bet to charity with Vinny Lingham because he challenged you. And people, if you missed it, it was an amazing mic drop. Vinny wanted the metrics, even though Ronnie had just gave his keynote address. He was like, I'm not going to repeat it, but Vinny kept trying to poke at it. So in like literally a good 10-second spiel, he gave all the metrics, he gave all the numbers, he mic dropped it. And the only thing Vinny could come up with was put 20K on it. No hesitation. Ronnie said, let's do it.
I actually said, you want to bet?
Yeah, you did say what you want to bet.
Yeah, let's put $20,000
And you said that's a bet I cannot lose. So
because it's going to charity.
Right. Yeah. Now, you said Litecoin may actually be a better, or not necessarily better, but something you might want to look at as an investment in short term because of the happening in 2019.
So the Bitcoin halving is in May of 2020. The Litecoin halving is in August of 2019. And I think you may have a situation, if the environment is favorable, where Litecoin actually outperforms Bitcoin for a few months in 2019. And then the trade will be cash out on Litecoin and then ride the Bitcoin halving.
Yeah. All right, you heard it here, people. That is the move you should be making.
Oh yeah, it's all about time.
Other than that, what is it that you want to leave people with when it comes to the market? I heard your investment advice. You said it was 60-40-10.
60-30-10.
60-30-10. Okay. Yeah, my math is off.
You just don't want to take a bet that you can't afford to lose. If you have a diversified portfolio, there's room in there for stocks, bonds, cash, gold, silver, and crypto. Crypto is maybe a little bit riskier, as you saw what happened in the last 6 months. It's certainly more volatile, but the upside is also probably higher. So it's a risk-reward, no pain, no gain situation. You probably will make more money in crypto in the next few years, but it will not go up in a straight line, and there will be lots of ups and downs along the way.
Okay. Did you have anything else?
One last thing from me. I did want to ask, speaking about charity, your charity about giving food to the poor, and I saw that you were working in Haiti.
Yes.
If you could, kind of expound on that more about what projects you have going on for the people out there that want to donate.
Well, last year I worked with one of the largest charities in the world, Food for the Poor, and I raised more than $400,000 for them. This year I shifted my focus to a charity that's based in Houston, HAWC.org, Houston Area Women's Center. It's a shelter for domestic violence victims. They take 30,000 to 40,000 phone calls a year on their hotline, and they shelter 2,000 women during the course of the year at their 120-bed facility. So the average stay is 2 to 3 weeks. It's a 5-star charity. It was established in 1977. $4 million out of the $7 million in expenses that they have every year is covered by a federal grant and a contribution of $640,000 from United Way. Yeah.
And of course, that's being helped with Tour de Crypto. We interviewed Blake a few weeks ago, and they're actually here in LA. Tour de Crypto gear right here. So of course they're supporting that same women's shelter. All right, so we got the it said 2019, 28,000 Bitcoin, 2020.
My target is 28,000 by the end of next year.
There we go. This is a soundbite that we need to go viral right here.
50,000 by 2020.
50,000 by 2020 for all those who think they lost out.
Absolutely.
Ronnie, thank you for your time. Is there anything you want to leave everybody with, where to find you at?
Oh yeah, well, standpointresearch.com is my website. My philanthropy website is philanthropyandphilosophy.com. And I've been in 75 countries around the world, so I have a photography website, which is moas-photo.com.
Nice.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's where you can find the infamous Ronnie Moas. Again, he can tell you everything about stocks, crypto, all the good stuff, or at least the information you need to know to make proper decisions. So, Ronnie, thanks for your time. We know you're busy. You're running around. Just want to say appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to say we are the best looking bald-headed man in Bitcoin.
But they say I'm the hardest working
you're the
bald
hardest
guy in crypto.
And I'm
There
trying
we
to
go.
catch you.
All right, folks. Cheers. Thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, have a good one.
Thank you.